Malcolm Jamal Warner was part and parcel of that entire thing. So 100%, 100%. Go ahead, Dr. Alicia.
Yeah, I want to say something about that. They had
Sure.
child psychiatrists and psychologists as consultants for that show.
Yes,
They had Alvin
absolutely.
Toussaint and James
Yes,
Comer. They
yes.
had them consulting, so they had influence. And I mean, my favorite episode was when Theo fell in love. He fell in love with Justine. And I
Yes.
think like that is something we rarely could see, like a young Black kid falling in love with a woman and then having his heart broken and how he dealt with it. And, it was like really beautiful. That he later on, I think, started dating her in real life.
He did. He
What a
did.
beautiful couple. But, I think you're right. I think the Cosby Show, we can't talk about Malcolm Jamal Warner without talking about the Cosby Show. But I think like the Cosby Show, now that I'm like thinking about it even more, listening to you guys talk about it, the Cosby Show was part of that era where the parents were smart and the children were trying to outdo the parents. If you've noticed recently, comedies, it's always like the parents are clueless and stupid, and it's the children that's really intelligent. So it's like
Correct.
this switch in television comedy pieces where it's like the parents are kind of dumb. They don't know what's going on, and the children are constantly outsmarting the parent. And that's the trend now. So it was part of that era. And, people did make fun of this show about it being elitist. And that, Theodore Huxtable, like, what kind of name is that? It was almost like people thought they were just this bougie family that doesn't represent Black people. And Black people are like, hold on, we come in all colors, shapes, sizes, and socioeconomic status, So it's like, no, this is who we are. There's tens and thousands of families that live like this. So it was something no one had ever seen before. But I remember like just his name, Theo. Well, I don't know his full name on that show, but it was something that
Theodore Aloysius
Theodore
Huxtable.
Aloysius Huxtable, like it was very like boule-ish, as if this kind of
Very Jack
education,
and Jill.
Jack
Yes.
and Jill, and it was just a part of us that was very real to me and a lot of other people that I knew. We didn't have to be in good times, we didn't have to be in the projects. There's also us who are doctors and lawyers, and that needed to be shown as well.
Oh, absolutely. I think that this is a big point that for the first time, I mean, if we're talking about Cosby as an institution, you saw a family that was not afraid of having money. Could never. Here's the thing that got me. You mentioned Good Times. As much as I loved Good Times, they could never get out of the ghetto. They were this close, and then something pulled them back in to Cabrini Green. I was like, oh, come on. Like when Velma was getting married to the football player, and then he tripped, and then he couldn't play. I was like, come on, you just want them to stay poor writers, don't you? But that was always the thing. I mean, save the Jeffersons came along and they were upwardly mobile. However, it was wrapped with so much comedy. As much as I love the Jeffersons, it was wrapped in a lot of slapstick and a lot of comedy. So it was almost as if you couldn't take the fact that they were upwardly mobile seriously.